Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss about the perspective of mental health nursing or the attitude towards mental health nursing or the point of view about mental health nursing. Before going to the topic, we will see what is mental health first. It is a state of maintaining balance between an individual and his surroundings. It means the harmony between the individual and his surroundings. So, it means an ability to maintain a balance between individual and his surrounding, or simply we can say it is the harmony between individual and his surrounding, or we can say it is an ability to accept the reality as well as others. So we can say the components of mental health are ability to accept self, ability to accept others, and ability to complete the task, and ability to feel right towards others. So it is the simple meaning of mental health. If you are mentally healthy, you can able to accept yourself, you can accept others, you can complete any task without any problem. Though the problems comes, you can able to find out a solution for that problem, and ability to feel right towards others. What is the meaning of ability to accept self and others? It means a stage of comfort. Mentally healthy person can feel right and comfort towards self and others. A mentally healthy person has a self-respect. So, if you can accept yourself and if you can able to accept others, automatically a self-respect will arise in your mind. Okay, that is a characteristic feature of a mentally healthy person. A mentally healthy person will find out three reasons for everything. They will find out the reasons for everything and what it is happening or what it is not happening. Either it is good or bad, whatever it is, they will accept. A mentally healthy person will accept others and he can maintain a friendship with others. That's the important point. If you're mentally healthy, definitely you can maintain a healthy friendship with others. It's not like true close friend or true far friendship. Okay, you can maintain a healthy friendship with others. And also, he will find the good thing in others rather than keep on blaming. Okay, if you go to hospital, if you go to psychiatric hospital, you can see some kind of psychiatric patients, they used to blame others always because of that person it's happened, because of this person it's happened, like they used to raise voice over someone. But if you're mentally healthy, you can find good thing. I'm not telling completely good thing and all, but you can find good thing to some extent to in everyone rather than keep on blaming. So that's the meaning of ability to accept self and others. This is a characteristic feature or a perspective of mental health. Next is fulfillment of life tasks and duties. A mentally healthy person will perform the daily day-to-day activities in a proper way. Okay, a mentally person only can perform the daily day-to-day activities in a proper way. I'm not telling that in a scheduled way, morning to evening, evening to again morning. I'm not telling like that. A mentally healthy person only can perform the activities without asking help from others, and he can think why the particular incident is happening or happen and what is the solution to overcome the problems, and he will perform his activities without asking help from others to maximum extent, guys. It doesn't mean that we'll not ask any help, we'll do everything alone. It doesn't mean like that. Of course, we are social animal, we need help from others, we have to interact with others. At the same time, we need a capacity to perform our activities, we need a capacity to perform our duties and daily schedule ourselves. If you can able to do ourselves means it indicates that you are mentally healthy, and this is a characteristic feature of mental health, and this is a perspective of mental health. Next thing is a mentally healthy person can accept the realities, guys. Only the healthy person only can accept the realities. Either it is good or bad. Then perform day-to-day activities. A mentally healthy person can control emotions. That's very important. Only mentally healthy person can control the emotions. Social acceptance. Social, we are living in a society. We have to accept the norms, rules, and regulations of the society. A mentally healthy person only can accept the social norms. So we can say a mentally healthy person can do or perform social acceptance. Control imagination. That's another important point. A mentally healthy person can control the imagination. Of course, every human being is having some imaginations and fantasies, but if it is going beyond the limits means that may create lots of problems. So a mentally healthy person can control imaginations, and a mentally healthy person can do positive thinking. I'm not telling that always positive thinking will be there, but to maximum extent they will show positive thinking only and do things with responsibility. With responsibility, with a good heart and responsibility, a mentally healthy person will do the thing and accept, give, love, care, and respect. The mentally healthy person only can accept and give the love. They will give and they will take love. They can care and they can respect others. So hope you think once after reading this whether you are mentally healthy or not, whether you can able to accept the reality, whether you can perform the day-to-day activities, whether you can control your emotions, whether you are socially accepted or whether you are accepting the society, whether you can able to give love, whether you can able to take love, whether you are respecting others, whether you are doing the things with responsibility. If you're doing all these things, it indicate that you are mentally healthy. Next, what are all the indicators of mental health? If you are mentally healthy, some indicators we can see. You have a positive attitude, you have self-actualization, you have self-realization, you have integration, you have autonomy, that means ability to do our things ourselves, and perception of reality, emotional control, and make adjustment depend upon the situation. So the same thing what we have discussed in this slide, the same thing only again I have repeated in different form. What are all the indicators of mental health? So if you are mentally healthy, you can able to think in positive way, you have self-actualization, you have autonomy, you have perceptions of reality, you have emotional control, and you can able to make adjustment depend upon the situation. Now we will see some perspective, that means some attitude or some point of view related to mental illness or mental health. There are different perspectives about mental health and mental illness. Patients and healthcare providers' perspectives are entirely different. My perspectives towards the mental health and illness is different from yours might be. And there are some researches, there are some books to depend, and there are some articles, there are some studies to develop the perspectives. Patient's reality about illness will help to control the illness. So if your point of in your point of view, if you're realizing that you have illness means that will help to control the illness. The same way, the psychiatrist or the healthcare provider's attitude towards the disease and patient also important. Their point of view is very important to reduce the risk of disorder. Then based on the different perspective, we have lot of theories and models in psychiatry. So based on this point of view, based on the ideas, based on the attitudes, we have lot of theories and models in psychiatry. In previous videos and all, I have discussed many theories and models. So these are all the perspectives of mental health and mental illness. Now we will see some specific perspectives of mental health and mental illness. First, we will see psychological perspective. In psychological aspect, what is mental health and what is the psychological perspectives of mental health and mental illness? Psychological perspectives on mental health covers lot of researches. Psychological perspective saying that more psychological research can increase our understanding about mental health. So simply they are telling we have to do more psychological researches in different form. If you do this research, you can understand more about mental health, mental illness, and how we can solve the mental problems and how we can overcome the mental illness and how we can promote the mental health. So this is a psychological perspective. So in simple one word I will tell you, psychological perspective about mental health and mental illness means you have to do or we have to do or we have to indulge in more research activities related to psychological aspects. So if you do more psychological researches and studies, you will get more information about mental health and mental illness. And that too, you have to follow different methods and different strategies for each research. Then you will get more information about mental health and mental illness. This is psychological perspective of mental health. Next is cultural perspective. Cultural perspective is talking about the stigma in the field of mental health and illness. Stigma leads to discrimination and stopping the individuals to get treatment. Attitude towards mental health and illness varying in families, customs, religion, states, and ethnicity. So that is cultural perspective. So attitude towards mental health is entirely different from one culture to another culture. So based on this, the treatment modality is also getting changing. The reasons for disease is also getting changes. Some areas, the reason for a disease condition is different from other area. The research results I am telling reason for depression is different in different countries. So these are all the cultural perspectives results. The different beliefs are affecting mental ill people to get treatment when they need. That's the problem of this cultural perspective of mental health and mental illness. So the attitude towards the mental health and mental illness is varying from cultures, customs, religion, state. So based on that, sometimes the person won't get the treatment when they need it. That's the problem of cultural perspective, different cultural perspective. So if you're following same cultural perspective means it's well and good. But we are different people staying in different place, different state, different countries. So each place, different cultures, ethnicities, families are there. So based on that, their attitude towards mental health is different. Mental illness is different. So it may create problems, and it may affect the person, those who are affected with mental illness, when they needed care. Next is there are wide range of cultural beliefs around mental health and illness. Some people are not ready to go to the hospital, and some people are not ready to believe the healthcare providers, like lot of cultural sensitive issues we can see here. Thus, these are all some examples of cultural perspective. In some area, if the person is affected mental illness, they'll not go to the hospital. Some places they are not ready to believe the healthcare providers. They can solve the problem. They will go behind the spiritual aspects and religions and all. So there are different cultural perspectives are there. Of course, I've told you already, this cultural perspectives is actually affecting the patient. Cultural perspective in the sense, I'm trying to stress one word, different cultural perspectives are affecting the what mentally ill client in different way. Then historical perspective. There are three perspectives we can see in history: supernatural, somatogenic, and psychogenic. Supernatural is telling that mental illness occurring due to demonic possession, evils, influence, and sin. Symbol. It's really a funny thing. If I tell like that, sometimes there are a lot of criticization will come towards me, but I don't believe that. What mental illness are coming because of demonic possessions, evils, influence, and sin. But that is a historical perspective. Then somatogenic perspective. Somato means what? Related to body. So in your body disturbances is there means there are chances of mental illness. So 50-50 acceptance will get for this. If your body is not well, there are chances of mental illness. Okay, that mind body mind relationship example we can use for this. And then psychogenic, that indicate that it focus on stressful and traumatic life experience will create what mental illness. So these are all the three perspectives of mental health and mental illness, while thinking about historical perspective. So these are all the different perspectives of mental health and mental illness. But uh, how we can conclude this means there are a lot of debates and controversy here related to mental health and its development. But if we look very keenly, we can understand that understand one thing, that it is growing, but it's very slowly. But very slowly, it's growing. There are a lot of stigma. There are a lot of or discriminations. There are a lot of perspectives we can see towards the field of mental health and mental illness. Sometimes this perspective is affecting the patient actually, but there are a lot of changes also happening. But directly or suddenly, if you look into the field of mental health, we cannot see these changes. But if you're keenly looking into this, we can see gradually the changes are happening all over the world. So this is about the perspectives of mental health and characteristics and indicators of mental health. So I just want to tell once again, mental health means it is an ability to maintain a balance between you and your surrounding. Hope you understand. Thank you.